Hi, thanks for joining me for another Affinity Designer tutorial. Today I'm going to be talking about how to convert your sketches into vector art right after this. Okay, so before you get started, please look in the description for a download and you can work along with me. So this is my finished product. It's actually not really finished yet. I still have to put some shadows in here and stuff. It's just a sort of a representation of what you can do, and I might even come in another tutorial and talk about shadows and things to make it look a little more realistic. So this is sort of like a cartoonish type drawing with the outlines. So what you'll be using mostly for this is the pen tool here, and the shortcut for that is P, and we'll also be using the pixel persona a little bit. So when you first bring in your picture from that you scanned in, right now I have it in an artboard, and the reason that there's this little random thing over here is because I actually drew Angry Birds right over here, but we're going to be working on the dog right now. So actually watched a tutorial how to draw this dog online, so I'll put the link in the description if you want to watch that, if you want to draw the same dog, or at least try. So let's get started. So I'm going to go over to the pixel persona and click on this background layer. I'm going to go up here to select, and I'm going to click select sampled color. And I'm going to sample color right here, the black color. And then I'm going to bring the tolerance up about to around here, so I can get this and not get all the little shading and random little lines accidentally drew, or the paper dirt and stuff like that. So I click apply, and then after that it'll be selected, and I'll just hit Command C, Command V to duplicate it. Then I'll deselect it, turn off this. Now you have a nice version, and it's totally transparent behind it. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my erase tool and erase this outer stuff that I don't want. So we're just gonna be working on the face today. So I'm gonna move down here a bit, and I'm gonna erase the rest of this. Okay, so now you're gonna go back into your draw persona. I'm gonna zoom in here. For zooming in, you push Command plus and minus. Okay, so I drew this with marker, but if you draw your thing like a sketch, anything, you can just sort of do it where the definite lines are, and you can sort of refine it and make it however you want. So I'm going to go ahead and start using my pen tool. I'm probably going to speed this up a bit so you don't have to watch me take forever on this. Okay, now that I've got everything lined out, I'm going to go ahead and select all these outlines and click group, and I'll name the layer, I'll name the group outlines. Okay, so we got background and outlines. We can turn off background, and now you can see what we have for the outlines. They're a little bit rough, so I'm going to go back and soften all of them. So I've softened up all the nodes pretty well. So now I'm going to stick on the eyes and this black part and the nose. And maybe these little places where the whiskers come out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I just got done with doing the eyes, and I actually used the pen tool to draw a shape and use the fill as white. So when I color the rest of the dog's eyes won't be brownish. So, or whatever color I color him. And also I'm going to go ahead and color this dark part by his mouth. So I'm going to use the pen tool. Grab the pen tool. Got that nice shadow in there. And as you can tell, I've sort of overlapped myself some places. And this is for a reason that I will tell you later after we've gotten to that point in the drawing. But right now, we're going to put on the brown, do the inking. So we gotten this part done. Looks pretty good. So they basically look the same. This one actually I think looks a little bit better, but so I'm gonna go ahead and put in the color, and this is a super fun part. I like it a lot. So to do that, I just use the pen tool and I grab my color that I want. In this case, I'll just grab this color and stick it in here. Scroll over, and so what I do for this is I turn on the opacity so that I'll be able to see what I'm doing it over. So I'm going to start up here, do it around here. And these don't need to be perfect because they are inside the line, so it doesn't really matter that much. But the more precise you are, the more forgiving it is later when you're changing the thickness of lines, if you want to change that. So, but I'm just doing this real quick for time's sake. Okay, so I just got done, and I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to bring this layer down all the way under the eyes. And now look how nice that looks. It looks way better. I'm going to turn up the opacity. And now we have our nice dog. Except for a few lines that we need to erase. And also I need to fix the inking in some places, like right here. Okay, so I've got that done. I'm just going to go ahead and fill the Okay, so I'm going to stick these in a group, and what I would advise you to do is keep your things very organized, and you can also keep them on layers instead of groups. You can create a layer down here and then stick this inside the layer, and then you can go down here and click on properties, and you can change the color here, and it's so cool because then you can color code it with this, and it's really helpful that way, I think. So I'm gonna bright yellow. And for the outlines in the eyes, I'm gonna stick these in another layer. That'll be layer 2. And stick it in these. Stick in that. And that will be blue. Name this outlines. And I'm gonna name this inking. Or you could call it fill if you want. So I've got this, and but here over the tongue there's this thing, and over here there's a few things that come off, a few lines that come over each other. So I'm gonna go right into the pixel persona. I'm gonna grab my erasing tool. So what this erasing tool does is it pixelizes whatever it's erasing, but the rest of that line that I erase will be not be pixelized. So I'm going to go into outlines. I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to erase that little line that comes past. And it's gone. And as I zoom up here, I can see that there's no pixelization happening. And as I bring this up here, it as you can tell, if I were to erase that, it would just pixelize that one end, and then that's all. So I'm gonna actually make this brush smaller. Come over here, and I'm basically just gonna erase all these lines real quick, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so as you guys can tell, it looks way better, and so you compare these. This one is a lot more sort of quick. I took my time on this a little bit more. So I actually didn't fill the tongue on that one. So as you can tell, you can create stuff, vector art, with your just pencil drawings or sketches or anything you have. So let me turn this off and turn this back on, and as you can tell, this has really brought it up. And you can also just I'm just gonna make a little background real quick. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to show that you liked it, and hit the subscribe button. And also, I have lots of different other videos. You can check them out here at the end page, or you can click on my name below to check out my channel. So I hope you like this tutorial, and I look forward to having you join me again for another Affinity Designer tutorial.